Ira Dvanacharya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gora Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo. Very good, thank you. Hare Krishna. Which one is that? Okay, very good. Thank you. Yeah, yes, very nice. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 4, starting from verse 54. Mula hetu age shlokera kaila abhasa eva kahi se shlokera artha prakasha. Having first given hints about the verse describing the principal reason why the Lord appeared, now I shall manifest its full meaning. Radha Krishna pranaya vikritir ladini shakti rasmad ekatmanava pibu vipuradeh abhedam gatautau chaitanya kyam prakatam adhuna tad dvayam chaikyam aptam Radha bhava dyuti suvalitam naomi Krishna Swarupam. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's eternal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Purport: this text is from the diary of Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami. It appears as the fifth of the first 14 verses of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Text 56. Radha Krishna ekatma dvideha dhari anyonye vilasi rasa aswadhana kari. Radha and Krishna are one and the same, but they have assumed two bodies. Thus they enjoy each other, tasting the mellows of love. Purport: the two transcendentalists, Radha and Krishna, are a puzzle to materialists. The above description of Radha and Krishna from the diary of Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami is a condensed explanation, but one needs great spiritual insight to understand the mystery of these two personalities. One is enjoying and two. Sri Krishna is the potent factor and Srimati Radharani is the internal potency. According to Vedanta philosophy, there is no difference between the potent and the potency. They are identical. We cannot differentiate between one and the other, any more than we can separate fire from heat. Everything in the Absolute is inconceivable in relative existence. Therefore, in relative cognizance, it is very difficult to assimilate this truth of the oneness between the potent and the potency. The philosophy of unconceivable oneness and difference propounded by Lord Chaitanya is the only source of understanding for such intricacies of transcendence. In fact, Radharani is the internal potency of Sri Krishna, and she eternally intensifies the pleasure of Sri Krishna. Impersonalists cannot understand this without the help of a Mahabhagavat devotee. The very name Radha suggests that Srimati Radharani is eternally the topmost mistress of the comforts of Sri Krishna. As such, she is the medium transmitting the living entity's service to Sri Krishna. Devotees in Vrindavan therefore seek the mercy of Srimati Radharani in order to be recognized as loving servitors of Sri Krishna. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally approached the fallen conditioned souls of the Iron Age to deliver the highest principle of transcendental relationship with the Lord. The activities of Lord Chaitanya are primarily in the role of the pleasure-giving portion of his internal potency. The absolute personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is the omnipotent form of transcendental existence, knowledge and bliss in full. His internal potency is exhibited first as Sat, or existence, or in other words, as the portion that expands the existence function of the Lord. When the same potency displays full knowledge, it is called Chit, or Sambit, which expand the transcendental forms of the Lord. Finally, when the same potency plays as the pleasure-giving medium, it is known as Ladini, or the transcendental blissful potency. Thus, the Lord manifests his internal potency in three transcendental divisions. Om Agyanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest of ignorance, and my spiritual master Srila Prabhupada opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble respectful obeisances unto him. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared for three reasons. This is his own internal reason. The other reasons are for the benefit of others, and this is for his own internal reason. So, first reason, to please his dear devotee Sri Advaita Acharya. He was calling him earnestly to come to help the fallen souls of Kali Yuga. Advaita Acharya is Mahavishnu himself, but he still felt himself incapable of delivering all the fallen souls of Kali Yuga. So he called to Lord Chaitanya to come and deliver the fallen souls. And he was worshipping the Lord in the form of Shalagram Shila with Ganges water and Tulsi leaves. And he remembered the verse that explained that if one offer with love, Krishna himself speaking, saying, if one offer me with love a Tulsi leaf and a little water, I have no way to repay that person. I have to give myself to that person. So, chanting this mantra, Advaita Acharya called for the Lord very loudly, earnestly, with love. So the Lord decided to please Advaita Acharya, and that's one of the reasons he came. But you know something? Advaita Acharya was 50 years older than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. and Nityananda was 12 years older than him. And since Advaita Acharya was older in age than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always offered him a lot of respect, But Advaita wasn't happy with that. He wanted to be treated as a servant of Lord Chaitanya, not as his superior, So he devised a plan. And the plan was that he will start preaching impersonalism. With the idea to be chastised by Lord Chaitanya. So one day, Nityananda Prabhu told Lord Chaitanya, my dear Lord, I hear that Advaita Acharya is preaching impersonalism. That cannot possible. Advaita Acharya is a great Vaishnava. How he can preach? No. Yes, I hear it myself. He was quoting Patanjali with the Yoga Sutras, and Paramatma and Atma is one and the same, no difference, Everything is one. Bhakti is nice for sentimental people, but Mukti is the real thing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we shall go there immediately. So they went swimming through the Ganges to Shantipur. They arrived at the house of Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya was sitting in asana with his student, and he was preaching to them, everything is one, the oneness. Mukti is the highest thing. Bhakti is okay, but Mukti is the best. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard that, he became very upset. He grabbed Advaita Acharya from his beard and pulled him down the asana and sat on his chest and started slapping him and chastising him. You called me with loud voices to come to bring the Yuga Dharma, and now you're preaching against me? What kind of behavior is that? Sita Thakurani, the wife of Advaita Acharya, came running. We're gonna kill the poor old man. Please stop. And all the students were completely bewildered, Their gurus being slapped, publicly like that. They could not understand what was going on. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to his external consciousness, and he saw the people around him. Did I say something hurting anybody? Did I offend anybody? Like that he was talking. So he saw Sita Thakurani, and Advaita Acharya stood up and started to dance. I made it. He chastised me, accepted me as a servant. He was in ecstasy. Sita Thakurani understood the whole situation. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told her, Mother, I'm feeling very hungry after all this. Can you cook something nice for me? She admitted, yes. Of course she understood it was all a pastime, between the Lord and his devotee, So Advaita Acharya played a very important role in the appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of course. And the other reason, there was need to establish the Yuga Dharma for this age, the chanting of the holy name. So, how old? Advaita was 50 years older than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, he was like a small boy, But still, he wanted to be chastised by him. He was in ecstasy, very happy that the Lord accepted me as a servant and he corrected me, That feeling is so nice, no? Nityananda Prabhu also felt that way. I'm a servant of Lord Chaitanya. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he had an ekadanda, The Mayavadi school, they have one danda. Everything is one. But Vaishnava, they take three dandas, which means surrender three things. Your body, mind, and words. Which means all sannyasis should ride a BMW. Body, mind, and word. Surrender to Krishna. You don't need a real actual car, but the body, mind, word, surrendering. So when they were traveling from Navadvip or Shantipur to Jagannath Puri, on the way, Mahaprabhu gave his danda to one Vaishnava, said, I need to do something, or bathroom, whatever, take care of my danda. But Nityananda Prabhu took the danda and broke it in 3 pieces and threw it in the river. The devotee was in panic, what I'm going to say to Lord Chaitanya now. So when Lord Chaitanya came, where is my danda? The devotee will not say a word. And Nityananda Prabhu said, I fell on it and I broke it and I threw it in the river. He broke it in 3 pieces, meaning that Vaishnava should not take a danda but 3 danda. That was the internal meaning. And also Nityananda Prabhu taught, I'm carrying my Lord Chaitanya in my heart, and he's carrying this dry stick. I don't like that. I shall throw away the stick, that way. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't speak to Nityananda for 3 days after that. Anyway, on the way to Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in his internal mood, feeling separation of Krishna with great love, like in the mood of Radharani, like this verse we're describing. Krishna himself taught, I am the most attractive, beautiful person in the whole spiritual world, and of course material world. But Radharani more beautiful because she attracts me. So one name of Krishna is Madam Mohan, and another name of Radharani is Madam Mohan Mohini. She attracts the one who attracts millions of Cupid. So, and Krishna knew that I feel 100 times more pleasure meeting her than meeting other gopis. But she feels much more pleasure when more than me. So I want to experience what she tastes in me, what pleasure she gets from serving me, loving me. I want to test that. He became greedy. Krishna became greedy to experience the Mahabhav, the greatest ecstasy that Radharani experienced in meeting him and serving him and loving him and testing his sweetness, So he became very greedy, eager, and that's why he appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyway, on the way to Jagannath Puri, after entering the state of Orissa, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his followers, there were 5 devotees accompanying him, including Nityananda and Srivas. And he saw a Dobby. Dobby is a washerman, he was Dobby. He was washing, laundry on the river. This was his job. So Lord Chaitanya stopped and talked to him. He said, Dobby, please chant the holy name. Say Hari Bol. The Dobby is, I'm a poor grihasta and you are a sannyasi, I shall give you donation. But I'm very poor, please forgive me. He said, no, don't worry, I don't want your donation. I just want you to say Hari Bol, chant the holy name. Still doubting, the washerman said, I'm too busy washing this, I have no time for this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, give it to me, I will wash it for you while you're chanting. So seeing the Lord's insistence, the man, okay, I will please you. But he kept washing his thing, and he said, Hari Bol. Oh, very nice, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, one more time. Again the man said, Hari Bol, very good. A 3rd time. And the 3rd time the man said, Hari Bol, and start jumping in the air, dancing, and keep chanting, Hari, Hari, Hari Bol, Hari, Hari, Hari. And he was chanting and dancing like a madman. His wife came with his lunch prasad, and she saw him dancing. She was completely surprised. Since when you are a dancer? Stop, come eat. But he will not hear her. He could not even see her. His eyes were completely white, you could not see the pupils. So she became frightened. Oh, my husband is ghost hunted. So she called some men from town for help, help me, I think my husband is ghost hunted. So they came like 20, 30 men. What can we do to help you? Please stop him. So all of them were, oh, we don't want to be hunted by ghosts either, you know. But one of them, very strong, big man, he grabbed him he grabbed his arms. And as soon as he touched him, he also started to dance. Haribo, Haribo. The other were more frightened. Now he's also ghost hunted. But the second man, although he was in ecstasy, he could relate to the people. The first one, he could not. The second one, he told, no, there is no bhoot, no ghost here, only Anand, only ecstasy. Come, let me touch you, all of you. And in that way, big kirtan started. Thousands of people came out of curiosity to see what happened. All the town was dancing and chanting. Lord Chaitanya's movement very powerful. And when Lord Chaitanya left the town, thousands of people following him behind. They could not give up his company. They were in ecstasy, crying in happiness and bliss, chanting the holy name. But Lord Chaitanya will ask them, please go back to your home. If you always chant the holy name of Krishna, worship Krishna, and follow Krishna's instruction, I will always be with you. I will never leave your company. Please take care of your home and children, you know. So they hugging each other, crying, they went back their home. Of course, they received the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. They will never again go back to their sinful way of life, ever, never. So that's why Lord Chaitanya movement expanded everywhere where he walked. So going back to the internal reason of the Lord's appearance, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur speak about one Swapna Lila, which means a dream pastime. In Goloka Vrindavan, Radharani woke up in the morning and told Krishna, I had a wonderful dream. Will you like to hear it? Krishna said, yes, please tell me, what dream did you have? She said, I saw a land very similar to our Vrindavan, with beautiful river and peacocks and beautiful trees and flowers everywhere, and deers. And I saw people chanting the holy name, you know, your holy name. I was so blissful seeing this dream. And suddenly, and amongst the people, a very young, beautiful young boy, very handsome, he also was chanting with so much love your name. Krishna, Krishna, with so much love. I thought, who's this young boy even attracting my mind? Is he me? Because only me can chant with so much love your name. But then he started also to chant, oh, Radhe, Radhe. Then I became more bewildered, because only you can chant my name with so much love. So please, Krishna, clarify this doubt I have. Is he you or is he me? He has to be one of the two. And Krishna told her, will you like to see your dream again? She said, yes. So Krishna has a Kaustubha jewel, no, on his chest. And by touching it, the dream enacted again in front of Radharani. And Krishna told her, do you remember once you told me that I don't know the feelings of separation you experience in love with me? That I know everything, but this feeling I don't know. I haven't experienced it ever before. So, do you understand now? She said, yes. And now I understand. This boy is you and me combined. And that's Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, but he borrowed the mentality, the feeling of Srimati Radharani to experience her Mahabhav, his greatest ecstasy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested such an ecstasy, not even there in the scriptures. It's not mentioned. there are description of different ecstasy, but some of the ecstasy he experienced, they are not mentioned in the Shastra. Like from parts of his body, blood was coming, and his body became very elongated, like elastic man, or very shrunk. Once the devotee were searching for the Lord at midnight, because he left his room and was wandering, searching for Krishna. And they were searching everywhere. And finally they went to the sea, the ocean. And they saw a man they knew, a boatman, a fisherman, like crying loudly and laughing. And they asked him if he have seen Lord Chaitanya. He knew him, of course. He said, no. So why you're crying loudly like that? He said, I think I'm ghost hunted. Because I was fishing in the ocean, and with my net, I grabbed a corpse. No head, no legs, no arms. When I touched that ghost, that body, that dead body, I think a ghost came into my body, and that's why I became like a madman, like crazy. So they understood this has to be with Lord Chaitanya. Please take us to the corpse. We want to see the corpse. So they went, he showed them in his net, No, the head was shrunk inside, the legs, the arms. So they start to chant very loudly the holy name, and the head pops up, the arm and the leg. And was Lord Chaitanya, He confused the ocean to be the Yamuna River. So, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went Vrindavan the first time, he was asking people, which forest is Vrindavan? Nobody knew. Which forest? Well, there are 12 forests, And he discovered the forest of Vrindavan because he saw a tamarind tree, Imlitala, under which Radha and Krishna will meet. So, sometime Krishna will be waiting for Radharani, and she's a little late, and he will feel so much separation waiting for her that his bluish body become golden like her body. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced that tree, crying in ecstasy, and sat underneath that tree, and he was meditating on Krishna, in the mood of Radha, with such great ecstasy that his golden body became bluish like Krishna's body. I did see that tree alive actually some years ago, with green branches, and now it's gone to Golok, but some years, like maybe 20 years ago or so. So, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to do Govardhan Parikrama, and he asked the people, where is Radha Kunda and Shyama Kunda? Nobody knew. By his spiritual power, he discovered both lakes in the midst of a paddy field, So he went over prayer and took bath there and became so ecstatic and love. Later on, his disciple Raghunath Das Goswami got a nice donation from a rich man, and he expanded the lakes, and very nicely. But he had a dream where the Pandavas told him, we are standing at the lake of Shyama Kunda as 5 trees. Please don't cut off this tree. We are there to witness the pastimes of Krishna there. So that's why I have a different shape, the Shyama Kunda. And all the animals, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was at Vrindavan, they were surrounding him, following him everywhere, licking his body, like that. He wanted to see the deity installed by Madhavendra Puri, Gopal. But the deity was on the top of Govardhan, so feeling himself as a devotee, he didn't want to climb the hill. So the deity, knowing that, she made the Lord Gopal, he made a that the false rumors spread around that Muslim may attack the Govardhan Hill and they should hide Gopal somewhere. So they took Gopal to some Brahmana's home, and then Lord Chaitanya went to that home to have darshan of the Lord. No? So this mystery of Radha and Krishna, Prabhupada explained, is the only way to understand it is accepting Lord Chaitanya's philosophy, no? Which is the philosophy Achintya Veda Vedatantva, the simultaneous oneness and difference between the Lord and His potencies. We're also part of Krishna. We are Tatashta Shakti. We have Krishna's qualities in very minute, up to 78%. Krishna has 64 qualities in full. And he has, even Lord Narayan has 93% of Krishna's quality, which means 60 of those qualities. Only Krishna has 4 qualities that no other avatar has, no other expansion has. And these are his beautiful form, transcendental beautiful form. Once Krishna in Dwarka, he saw his reflection on a pillar, and he saw such a beautiful young boy. I wish to embrace him like Radharani embraces him. He was attracted to his own beautiful form. Imagine how beautiful it must be. And that's Rupa Madhurya, it's called, sweetness of his beautiful form. Then there is Venu Madhurya, this sounds of this flute, so enchanting, enchant the whole universe. Even Brahma and Shiva became bewildered in ecstasy, hearing the sound of Krishna's flute. Imagine how the sound traveled all over the universe. How powerful that sound. And an amazing thing happened in Vrindavan when Krishna played his flute. One of the things that the living entities like humans and animals, they become stunned like a statue. They could not move because they were completely in trance, in ecstasy. The gopis will be cooking, everything get burned, and the calves were drinking milk from the cow, and they stopped drinking, and milk will drop from their mouth, and they try to stretch their ears to catch more the nectar of Krishna's wonderful flute, like that. And the swans who were swimming in the crystal clear lake, they will close their eyes and enter into ecstasy, samadhi. And the trees and the hills, they start trembling. And once in autumn, and the trees will shed their leaves as tears of love for Krishna. So, but Radharani is very expert at playing the veena, this instrument, the veena. So, once Krishna was playing his flute, and Radharani wanted to accompany him playing the veena. But when she started playing the veena, the sound of the flute came a little down because her music was even more expert than Krishna's music. So Krishna approached Radha and said, "You are such a wonderful expert musician. Can you please teach me music?" Radha said, "Yes, of course, I can teach you." So she started teaching him. But Krishna purposely will make a little mistake here and there, so the lesson will go on for many days, And Radharani noticed that he was purposely doing mistakes. She became upset. She stopped talking to him. "Go away, I don't want to see." So to please her, Krishna took the form of a peacock and started dancing in front of her to make her laugh and be happy. And in that way, she also took the form of a hen, peacock hen, and started dancing along with him. Anyway, so many. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was so much absorbed in the last 12 years, and he was here only for 48 years. No? And when Jagannath Puri, he will dance in front of the car of of Lord Jagannath, in ecstasy. But he revealed to the world the deep meaning of Ratha Yatra, which nobody before him knew. No? And he was chanting a mantra in front of Lord Jagannath. Many songs he was chanting, but one of the songs was from a novel wrote by Kalidas named Shakuntala. It's about mundane love between the daughter of the Apsara with the king, They met there, they fell in love, they got married, everything. So Mahaprabhu was chanting this mantra in Sanskrit, and the meaning of the mantra is that when Shakuntala met the king in his palace, she said that we are the same lover meeting again, and it's very pleasing, but I miss the days where we were at the shore of the river under the Vetasi tree. I miss, and the full moon night, I miss those time together. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was reciting this verse. Devotee could not understand why he's speaking about mundane love, between the king and his wife, But Rupa Goswami, he understood the mind of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he wrote the translation in Sanskrit of what he actually meant to say. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees, first Lord Chaitanya was testing if Jagannath Krishna have forgotten the inhabitants of Vrindavan. So he will go behind the car, and Jagannath stopped the car. No matter how much they pull hard, they will move. The car will not move. They even brought an elephant to push it from behind. The car will not move. Only when Chaitanya will come back again in front of Lord Jagannath and start to dance, then the car start moving. So in that competition between Jagannath Krishna and Mahaprabhu Radharani, she came the winner, proving that without the love of Radharani, of the inhabitants of Vrindavan, Krishna is not fully happy. Is not complete. Doesn't feel himself complete. So anyway, Rupa Goswami wrote the translation, very beautiful. He was saying, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to visit Rupa and Goswami. He was staying with Haridas Thakur in his hut next to the front of the ocean. And when he arrived, they were both taking bath in the ocean. But Mahaprabhu, being very tall, he saw the palm leaf on the roof, was a stone on it, not so the wind would not take it away. So he took that leaf and read it. And when he read it, he was in full ecstasy. He was completely in ecstasy. And he showed it to his secretary, Swarup Damodar Goswami. See what Rupa Goswami wrote. How he could understand my mind. And the translation is that is when Radharani met Krishna in Kurukshetra. After 100 years of separation. And she is telling Krishna, we are the same lover. Radha and Krishna meeting again is very pleasant. But I'm not happy here. I see you surrounded by horses and chatriyas and chariots. No, I want to take you back to Vrindavan and sit next to the Yamuna river, under the Kadamba tree, and I want you to hear the raga you played in your flute and the fifth note. So when Swarup Damodar read that, he was also in ecstasy completely. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him how he could understand my mind. Swarup Damodar said, the only reason is that you gave him your mercy. Oh yes, in our meeting in Allahabad, Prayag, I gave him my mercy. That's when Rupa Goswami composed this famous verse, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Tuishe Namaha. So he pleased the Lord. So when Rupa Goswami and Haridas Thakur came back from bathing, Mahaprabhu looked at him smiling and lovingly, mildly slapped him, how you could understand my mind, And Rupa Goswami fell at his feet, like that. So that's why Rupa Goswami is the head of our Sampradaya. We are Rupanugas, because he revealed to the world the internal feelings of Lord Chaitanya as Radharani, the most intimate secret of the Gaudiya Vaishnavism, which no other Sampradaya has, this love and separation from the Lord, and the ecstasy they feel, and wanting to meet again, that's very intense. That's the highest, understanding of union, love and separation. There is union more intensely even. So anyway, this is very deep subject, of course, and of course one can understand at least something from it theoretically, but we have to advance to become more purified to go deeper into this subject. We should not do it artificially. It will come naturally. And Vrindavan, Narottam Das Thakur, he sung that the Vishaya Chariya Kave Shuddha Haveman Kave Hamoheravo Shri Vrindavan. When my mind will become free from material desires, then I will be able to understand Vrindavan and the love of Radha and Krishna. Hare Krishna. Haribo. So now, if you have any comment or questions, please do. We have a mic around. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you very much. Very beautiful, very mellow class. Thank you very much, Maharaj, for your class. You mentioned that when Radharani had a dream in the spiritual world, and she was revealing the dream to Krishna. So in one moment, Krishna touched the Kaustubha jewel.
Yes.
So my question is that, when we dress Krishna or we see Krishna's picture or description of Krishna, it doesn't mention a Kaustubha jewel. So Lord Vishnu has a Kaustubha jewel.
Krishna also has it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the original Vishnu. Why he should not have it? And this jewel represent the conglomerate of all the living entities, all the jivas. The jewel represent them. Like that. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is the Acharya, is the great Acharya nor disciplic succession. He described this dream with full details, and he explained about that jewel, enacting the dream again by touching it. So?
Nice, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I'm just curious to know, why did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appear in Navadvip and perform the majority of his pastimes in Navadvip and Jagannath Puri instead of Vrindavan?
Very good question. The question is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Navadvip went to Jagannath Puri instead of Vrindavan. Well, there is a reason, of course, a deep reason. After he took sannyas, he wanted to go to Vrindavan immediately. You know that. He said, he took his danda, all night, there was kirtan all night when he took sannyas. And when the sun rises in the morning, he grabbed his lota and his danda. I want to go Vrindavan. He was running in the forest, not knowing where going, east or west or south. But Nityananda Prabhu, he promised the devotees to bring him to Shantipur. Because when devotees came to meet him at his house, along with Advaita Acharya, both Vishnupriya and Sachimata were crying. They said, he left home for good. So Advaita Acharya became so affected by it. He said, I don't want to live without his company. I want to give up my life. So all the devotees, yes, we also want to give up our lives. So they run to the Ganges River to drown and throw themselves. But a voice was heard from the sky telling them, be patient, very soon you will see him again. So Nityananda Prabhu told the devotees, I know he's going to Katwa take sannyas there. I'm gonna go there and bring him to Shantipur, to your home, Advaita. Wait for me, all of you there. I promise you. In 3 days I will be there with him. So they were all pacified like that. So Mahaprabhu was running Vrindavan, and Nityananda Prabhu go ahead of him. And he saw some covered boys. And he told them, if a sannyasi asks you the way to Vrindavan, told him, this is the way, this way here. And that road was to Shantipur. so, and after a little time, Mahaprabhu saw Nityananda, you also, where are you? Why are you here in the forest? Well, I heard you want to go Vrindavan. I want to go Vrindavan along with you. Oh, that's wonderful. How far are away from Vrindavan? We've been walking 3 days in this forest. Oh, just see, there is the river Yamuna there. Oh, we are in Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu ran to the river, paid his obeisances and prayers, and start talking back. He was, with all his garment into the water. So Nityananda went to house of Advaita and asked him, please bring a new dry garment for the Lord. And we've been fasting for 3 days, walking in the forest. Please have a feast, So immediately Advaita Acharya made the arrangement. Sachimata was already there waiting, and she was cooked preparation for the Lord. And Advaita Acharya came in the middle of the river with the boat. And when and Mahaprabhu saw him, said, Advaita, what are you doing in Vrindavan? Vrindavan? No, this is Shantipur. Oh, this Nityananda tricked me. He cheated me. He told me this is Vrindavan. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Advaita Acharya said, my dear Lord, wherever you are, that place becomes Vrindavan, because you always carry Krishna in your heart and your mind. So that place becomes Vrindavan. No, he cheated me. He told me this is Yamuna. No, he didn't cheat you. Both rivers mixed together here. The Ganga and the Yamuna. And the western side you're taking bath, that's Yamuna. He said the truth. Please come. Your mother cooked your favorite shak preparations. Your friends are waiting for you in great anxiety. Please come. So they went, sat down, and Advaita Acharya made 3 plates with big banana leaves. One offered to his Thakurji, his deity, one for Nityananda, and one for Chaitanya. Chaitanya protested, why are you making 3 plates? Offer only to the Lord. So I know what I'm doing. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu protested, why are you giving me so much food? This is like for 5 men. But Nityananda Prabhu protested the opposite. He said, I've been fasting 3 days, walking in the forest, and this little amount is giving me. It seemed like I'm going to keep fasting. So Advaita Acharya said, you are Avadut, you go eat here and there. I don't know, by associating with you, I'm going to lose my Brahmin caste. So don't be greedy. Accept whatever I can give you. I'm a poor man. Don't protest. So Nityananda Prabhu grabbed a bunch of hot rice and threw it on Advaita and stuck on his cloth, and Advaita was dancing. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was laughing at their fun, having fun pastimes. Anyway, after some time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided why he went to Jagannath Puri, because his mother asked him. Because he came in front of his mother, fell at her feet, and he said, Mother, please forgive me, my madness, I took sannyas, gave up home. I'm eternally your son, you're eternally my mother. Please don't be sad. If devotees were so much in anxiety, said, we can't live without your company. If you leave us, we're gonna die. Please don't do it, You will be a murderer if you leave us, you know. So he was in a dilemma. So he told them, if Mother Sachi asked me to give up my sannyas and go back, stay at home Navadvip, I will do it. They were in ecstasy. They were run to Sachi Mata, of course you're going to ask him to come back. And Sachi Davis sadly smiled and said, of course I want him back more than anything in the world, but will be more painful to me that people will criticize him that he gave up his duty as a sannyasi than separation from him. Imagine how much love she had, no? So she said, I will not ask him that because of her intense love for him. She will not want him to be criticized, no? So he fell at her feet crying. She hugged him. He sat in her lap, you know, mother, son, such a very intense, you know, picture, you know. And she told him, I want you to go and live in Jagannath Puri, so that devotees go every year to the Ratha Yatra. They will bring me news of you. I will know about, you know, how you're doing, you know. So that was the main reason why he went to Jagannath Puri. Although Lord Chaitanya did go to Vrindavan. A first attempt he could not go. Even Sanatana Goswami was telling him, why you're going there with some big crowd, you know, such a big crowd following him. Then he went with only a servant the next time and he arrived there. Gadadhar Pandit wanted to go with him, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forbade him. And Gadadhar Pandit said, okay, I will not go along with you, I will go another route, so you will not blame, because he was a servant of Tota Gopinath Deity. You could not just give up the service like that. So anyway, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to cross a river, and he saw Gadadhar from a distance, and he called him. He came in ecstasy. Oh, he's going to ask me to go along with him. That no. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chastised him because he made a promise, Chetra Sannyas, a sannyasi who stays in Jagannath Puri doesn't leave. That was one of his vows. And the other one was to serve the Tota Gopinath, the deity, you know. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first time told him about it, he said, my Chetra Sannyasi can go to hell. And just by seeing your lotus feet, I'm serving 100 times Gopinath. No? But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called him, he said, you already broke your vow. You walked out of Jagannath Puri. And I don't want to hear any more excuses from you. Right now, go back and do your service. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu climbed the boat and left. And Gadadhar fainted in separation from the Lord and love of separation. So he was helped by other devotees, told him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu loved you so much, to protect your religious principle. He spoke to you like that, but in his heart he's also feeling greatly your separation. These are the wonderful pastimes of the Lord, you know. Very, very deep, very mysterious sometimes. Any other last comment or question? Of course, tomorrow we have the last session of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. We can speak more about this. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. Hari Bol.